Once again, we have influenced the story of the Splatoon series. It happened in Splatoon 2 because we did play in the Callie vs Marie final Splatfest in Splatoon 1. Callie got kidnapped because of what we did in that final Splatfest. And the same sort of thing is happening this time around where we did play in the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2. Chaos did win. As a result, the Splatoon 3 story will heavily play on the chaotic theme. You only have to look at the trailer with Splatlands. It definitely does look like everything's been destroyed. It looks like the water level has gone down somewhat. It definitely is playing on the chaotic theme, and of course Nintendo did describe Splatsville, the new hub area, they did describe it as the city of chaos. So again, we did influence the direction of the story in the Splatoon series. I just find that really cool how we pretty much influence where the Splatoon story goes. Now, I did fight for Chaos in the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2, but to be honest, I wouldn't have been bothered if Order did win. So right now, having seen the Splatoon 3 reveal trailer, having seen the direction they are going with, I'm kind of thinking at the back of my head, what would Splatoon 3 be like if Order did win instead of Chaos in the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2? Would we have seen a different setting? Would we have been in Inkopolis still, or would we have been in a completely different area like what we are with Splatlands? I am just imagining something like the hub area like Splatsville. Maybe that would have been like the same, but maybe it would have been more futuristic. Like in my head, I'm thinking like Order would be set like in a sort of futuristic sort of city. It would have been like a neon sort of city, kind of like cyberpunk, sort of like Blade Runner. That's sort of what I'm sort of thinking about at the moment. It would have been like a dystopian sort of setting for an Order based story in the Splatoon series, and I'm just imagining that the Octarians did take over and they are running the show. They have got their Octarian army knocking about. Pretty much society would be locked down. They wouldn't be able to go out, and pretty much you would have Octarian soldiers keeping order, keeping watch over anybody, and pretty much Inklings, Octolings wouldn't have been able to live in a free society like what they are currently doing in Splatoon 2, and it seems like the case in the Splatsville area as well. I'm just imagining like a hub area where pretty much no one is about. You will see Octarians just knocking about, and that is it. It would have been like a dictatorship. So yeah, I really do feel like there is potential there for Nintendo to go down the Order route, with it be in a future game. But my idea is if there was to be like an expansion for Splatoon 3, kind of like what we did have with the Octo expansion in Splatoon 2. I am just thinking that the story pretty much writes itself, really. I'm not sure with within Splatoon 3, with what we have right now. I'm not sure with the poster that we did have for the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2. With that does give a hint of the story in Splatoon 3. Maybe we will just see the characters on the Chaos side of the poster, and that is it. I really hope that isn't the case. I really want to see Marina. I really want to see Captain Cuttlefish. I really want to see pretty much everybody on the Order side as well. But say like if they do go down that route of only including characters on the Chaos side of the poster, there is room there for Nintendo to do like a DLC for Splatoon 3, where it's pretty much like an alternate sort of timeline where we pretty much play in a situation where Order did actually win the final Splatfest. I kind of feel like it writes itself. I really do. I know a lot of people out there would love to see what Splatoon 3 would have been like if Order did win. And yeah, even though I did Fight for Chaos, I would be totally down with DLC for Splatoon 3. That would be really interesting if it was set in a completely different area, and who knows, maybe we could get stages based on that. But yeah, I really do feel like what Nintendo have there by setting up Chaos versus Order, they could definitely do 2 story modes within Splatoon 3, or say like in 10 years time they could do like a Splatoon 4 and play on that Order theme. Maybe how Nintendo could play this out within Splatoon 3 is maybe we could get to travel back to Inkopolis, and that would be the DLC for Splatoon 3. Maybe the Octarians did take over Inkopolis and forced the Inklings and Octolings to leave. Maybe that would be how they could sort of explore it within DLC for Splatoon 3. Yeah, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. I am really happy that Chaos did win, but I think it would have been interesting as well if Order did win. Even though, like I did Fight for Chaos, I would have been totally down with Order winning as well. So yeah, I really do feel like whatever way they did go with, or whatever way we decided through our battles in the final Splatfest, I feel like the Splatoon 3 story mode would have been interesting regardless of whether Chaos or Order did win, because it is something completely new for the series. So yeah, I really hope that this isn't the end for the Order theme for the series. Hopefully we will see something come of it. Hopefully Nintendo right now are making ideas for what they could do for an Order theme. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. I really want to see all idols play their role in the story mode. One thing I did mention in my sort of analysis of the Splatoon 3 trailer is that maybe in an Order sort of world for Splatoon 3, maybe the companion wouldn't have been the small fry. Maybe it would have been the little Octarian we did see in the bottom of the poster. So yeah, it's sort of like an alternate timeline that I really do feel like Nintendo should explore, whether it be a massive expansion for Splatoon 3 maybe 3 or 4 years after the game does come out, or maybe in its own separate game. So yeah, I really do feel like if we did get an Order sort of story mode as well, that would be brilliant. It really would. I would love to see it. But let me know your thoughts. I will see you in another video soon.